When you put a seed into the ground, wouldn't it be great if in just an hour the plant would be out of the ground and blossoming? But that's not the way plants grow. Plants grow day by day, slowly and steadily.
One of the bonuses we have as we start this year is we know our kids. We know who they are. Most of them, we have some new kids, that's for sure, certainly in kindergarten as well, and we will learn them as well. But we know a good core of our kids. And so we know where their challenges are academically, math, reading, writing, science, social studies, so that we can address those and help them be the very best learners they can be. We also know about, from our last year's experience, that some of our kids come from pretty traumatic backgrounds. There are parents that have been in prison. There are kids who have actually been shot that are at our school. They've had family members that have been affected by that as well. And so we understand that. We've gone through some workshops to learn about that. We've read things about that as well. It's important for me to understand that not only are we working with that academic child, but we're working with that social, emotional child. And the trauma aspect is really important for us to understand so we can apply that to their lives, understand them better, and again, help them be better learners overall.
The school culture at the Arch Community School has changed dramatically this year. This year we can see that students are more engaged and they've learned how to cope with their emotional stresses a lot better. And I think that's due to the consistency of the teachers here at the Arch Community School. Because of the teachers, we are able to provide that same atmosphere that we provided last year, so they already know what to expect in coming into our school.
Last year when kids faced conflict, their first reaction was to fight. This year they stop, they think, and they will often talk about it. I've seen kids come to school more ready to learn this year. I think they're figuring out what school is all about. They trust us better, and so they're willing to talk.
It is such an advantage this year having all of my students come from the Arch Kindergarten. I'm noticing that my students have a uniform ability to begin reading and math instruction. Having students be prepared and begin kindergarten at the Arch Community School seems to set them up for first grade success.
The entire classroom teaching staff from Arch's first year has returned. This brings consistency to our children and their families.
I came back to the Arch Community School because this staff is a real family.
I'm back at Arch because everyone here is here for the right reason. We all want to make a change in these children's lives.
People here at the Arch Community School, we all really work as a team to help each other out. We all pretty much believe that what we're doing for these kids is really important.
I came back to Arch this year so that I can continue building on the things that I started with the students last year.
It makes such a difference in the kids' lives to have consistency and not massive turnovers with their teachers.
As a school that is only in its second year, we have been thrilled that 85% of our students from our first school year returned for this school year. In fact, already early last summer, our kindergarten and first grade classes had waiting lists for families who wanted to send their children to the Arch. We have aimed at keeping class sizes small so that the best learning can occur. Parents are excited about the education that their children are receiving at Arch.
I want to be involved in my son's education, and the Arch Community School is helping me with that.
Kindergarten at Arch really helped my son. In 1 week, he learned how to write his first and last name. He know how to count everything, days of the week, months, he know it all.
The staff here at Arch Community School has made a big difference in the life of my kids. They have, they focus more on them as if they were their kids. They treat them with respect, and they teach them how to treat others with respect as well.
Another part of the consistency that Arch offers is the Bethlehem After School program that cares for children every night after school until 5:45 p.m.
So dismissal time at schools in the past, it's been very hectic. I always kind of raised my anxiety. Our kids get into the buses, our kids get into the cars. Here we work with Bethlehem After School Services. They come in at 3:15. I make announcements that say our school day is over, and I welcome Bethlehem in. They come right to the classrooms. They start their sessions, our teachers end their day. All of a sudden, about 10 or so kids maybe go home with their families, and we're glad that they're able to do that. But the rest of them have the security of being here through the school day, and then stick with us, or stick with the Bethlehem After School Care people until 5:30, 5:45, depending on how long they need to be here. And they're safe, they're sound, and they can share good stories about their full day with their parents.
Small class sizes, the 100% return of our classroom teaching staff, a high percentage of returning students, a strong, settled school culture. These are the building blocks towards steady educational growth of our students at the Arch Community School. Through volunteering your time or giving a gift, can you help us continue to be a strong partner in the growth of children that families can always depend on?
I had a young boy when he was entering 3rd grade. He had already been to 7 different schools prior to coming to the Arch Community School. He had been asked to leave some situations because of behavior. I think also he had been moved around between parents, and they would put him in a different school closer to where they were. And again, he never had a consistent teacher. At one school he was at, he didn't have a teacher. He had a series of substitutes. So there was no feeling of connection. And when he came back for 4th grade, this was the first time that he's come back to the same school after finishing a grade. And I think it was really important for him to know expectations at our school, to see some familiar faces, and have some connections with friends.
There is an untold truth about many schools wanting problem children to leave. We at the Arch Community School want to serve and support our children and help to figure out the best way to do that and provide for those children and those families.
You can contact us at the Arch Community School by phone at 314-267-8191 or reach us on the internet at stltacs.org. That's stltacs.org.